Alrighty, everybody. Let's see what kind of games we can get into today. Okay, from the white pieces, let's go with our standard Queen's Pawn game. So this is a Queen's Pawn Gambit. My opponent has accepted the Gambit. And from here, there are a few traps. This is one of the traps. So, let me remember how this goes. I think we go a4 first. Notice our bishop is ready to capture at any point in time. And now we're going to capture here. Now, if he captures here, he has left his rook undefended. And then let me think what I could do here. Is it this? No, because he still has this. Let's go for it. So the idea is that we're threatening along this open diagonal. The rook is what we're looking for. My opponent could block it by pushing this pawn. Or he could defend it that way. Excellent. Good move by my opponent. Now, what do we want to do now? This is going to fall. The question is when. This could fall. The question is when. So now it's time to get developed. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and... My opponent has 2 attackers. I've got 2 defenders. Okay, the knight is defending along here, so what can I do to make this interesting? Would really love to be here so I could threaten along this diagonal, but I guess my opponent's got too much defense there. So what if we could... These are my 2 candidate moves that I'm thinking of right now. Or we could just go home. We can't go home, so we have to go here. Okay. So we can't go home because obviously the bishop is along that diagonal, so that would have been a disaster. Opponent's looking for a push here. So let's start with... So yes, that gives up control over the h3 square, but it does stop my opponent from opening up this outside line. So both of us, I think, are playing a game we don't want to be playing right now. I really do not have any defense on this rook, so I've got to be careful there. This is almost going to force my opponent back. I guess he could capture this way. Now we do have some pressure along this diagonal. This and this could work. So we got some interesting, like, this is a game I don't think either one of us really wanted to play at this point in time. But here we are. Is my queen trapped? My queen is indeed trapped. Okay, so we have an issue here now. We have a major issue. We're going to have to stop it like this. Is that right? Is that the only way to defend? Yes. Which I really did not want to do. The F pawn we joke about and call the F pawn the forget about it pawn. And in this case, having to push the F pawn has kind of made things a wee bit ugly. I still have pieces that I've got to get developed. I'm still behind in development now. I'm only up one pawn. That's not a huge amount to be up. I think my opponent's looking for this now. Ah, no, he's defending his pawn here. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to push this pawn and go for another fork. I don't know if that's a good plan or not, but that is a plan. This is still on the table. I feel like I'm just completely weak in my position, though. Ah, okay, I did not see that. I did not see that. All right, I'm going to trade knights here. Now my queen is under attack. I got to be real careful, though, because this alignment is really bad in so many ways. Number one, if a knight gets here, that's a knight fork. Here's a knight fork. If a rook ends up here, that's trapping my queen. So I've really got to be careful. If my opponent were to castle now, I've got to get my queen off of this. I believe my opponent's got to move their knight first, though, and probably going to go right back. Pretty safe square for their knight. Still defends this pawn. I guess the pawn is now defended by this particular bishop. Yeah, I'm really thinking I've got to get my knight rotated up and around. Okay. Oof, I got to be really careful, though. Ah, he's got 3 attackers. Dang, I only counted 2. Dang. Dang, I just lost material. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. That's the game. That's the game, folks. Say goodnight, Gracie. I thought he only had 2 attackers. I saw the 2, so I thought, well, I can capture. Yeah, that's the game over. So there's nothing more I can do here. My opponent has double bishops here. He's simply going to. In fact, all he has to do is drive the queen down. I guess not. But oh, could have just taken there. So this game's over. Let's throw this one away, guys. Game over. Well played. Well played by my opponent. Let's see here. What did I screw up on this? Queen's Gambit Accepted. A4, that's all correct. Queen, oh, I guess I should have done queen up first? Really? So once you move one of the pieces out from here, then the trick is do not move the, okay, so that's why we do the queen first. So we have to do the queen before one of these pieces moves. This is a direct attack, and then something like this, then we can capture. And then he'd have to move. All right, so that's where we screwed up. We have to remember when we go for this Queen's Gambit counterattack thing, the trick is if one of these two pieces moves, which again gives defense on the rook, if one of these two pieces moves, then that shuts down our counterattack. So now that it's moved, don't move the queen. You can see my 3+ evaluation swing went down to 0. Oh, that's interesting. Because now we've got 2 defenders along here, I guess. I don't know why that's important. I'm not seeing the massive advantage the engine is saying. I don't know, guys. It's the engine says white has a massive advantage, but I don't see it yet. So, oh well. I totally pooched this game. White still has a massive advantage. I just couldn't figure it out. I guess it has. I guess that's why you get this guy involved. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I see. Allowing this bishop to sit here is kind of ugly. What did I say? I said get the knight up and over. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking here. 2 attackers, only 1 defender. Not worth it. I mean, I know what I was thinking, but my opponent, I miscounted. Yeah, this game is over no matter what I do at this point. Should at least gotten a piece back for my queen sacrifice. All right. Well, anyway, guys, that was a fun one. Not my favorite, but it happens. I'll talk to you later. Bye.